It's incredible.
It's so good.
And just the way he does it.
Yeah.
He brings his voice down. He goes, it's incredible.
I love your tone. You're like the opposite. You got this anger. You have this.
I hate that about myself. I'm trying to get rid of it. But yeah,
Really?
I do.
Bold. You're
That's
bold.
got you to this. You want to get rid of that?
I know I'm like the fat guy who's going to get skinny and then I don't work anymore.
Right.
You're
Really
bold.
trying to. Are you an angry guy?
I have anger issues. I don't walk around like that. Like where I am right now, this is how I walk around. But the thing about it is I can ramp up. I can go from this to through the ceiling. Not as much anymore because, I've gotten into therapy. I took mushrooms,
Through your therapist? Was
No.
that recommended?
I
Have you taken a mushroom and gone
No,
to
they
therapy?
do that. They do that now. They do
Yeah.
microdosing for mushrooms for different.
That's my kid.
Yeah.
it's the over the shoulder.
Yes. But
No, but that's a real thing that they do now for therapy.
Yeah, I saw this thing. A buddy of mine had me watch it after I took it. After I took him, it was I forget what the hell it was called, but it was like over in Israel. They use it for PTSD, and they had like 3 people. One person, there was a terrorist attack, and they blew up a bus, and he came walking up and just saw all the carnage. So somebody else got molested, somebody else got kidnapped. This woman. So they all they just showed this whole thing where they were taking it. It was sort of a guided thing, so you weren't just like freaking out. And they were claiming
they took mushrooms and then showed these images to people who are on mushrooms?
No. These people had gone through this
Oh,
stuff.
so to relieve them of their trauma.
Yes, and they allegedly they were claiming they had like an 80% success rate at treating PTSD. So, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I know I just took
What did it do for you?
It woke me up. I feel like I got a piece of fucking lint or something in my mouth.
That's something. I saw it fly off of Lou.
Okay. Off of Lou's lion's mane.
He's loving your hair.
Oh, I love it. Come on, dude. You got the Hasselhoff going off there.
Well, my mother always said that my hair is growing because I wash it too often. She thought water in the hair made the
Like
hair.
plants.
Yeah, because that's what she
Well,
understood.
I want to
My
eat
mother was
whatever
a
water you
peasant
have.
woman.
I need it.
All right.
No, I had like, I was giggling and, shit looked like it was breathing that shouldn't be breathing, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden I just felt like this profound sense of loneliness and not feeling loved. And that's what I ended up having to figure out, like, what is this? What is this thing? So I didn't have a good trip, but my buddy said, dude, you don't get the trip you want, you get the trip you need. And it was kind of like clear as day that, okay, I need to figure out why I feel like this. And I immediately knew who I was. Lou, please let me finish this. This is an amazing part of the story. Please don't slow it down with your Sunday newspaper story again. I ended up, I knew exactly who I was after it. I knew every good thing, every bad thing. I finally understood who I was.
Is that good?
And it is good.
Because they say ignorance is bliss, and that sounds like you're just too aware.
No, it was great. It was bliss for 10 days. And then after 10 days, the reality of everything that happened to you still happened. So then you got to kind of work your way through that. But
It sounds, your description sounds horrible, to be honest with you. Like, I haven't.
you know how I
microdosed.
came in here, I complimented your jacket. I bowed down to the king. And then, I'm trying to, tell you a story here. And you're just like,
I wasn't
It's-
I wasn't
you know what it is?
commenting on your story.
no, you know what it is? Is
What
you're
is it?
letting your own issues. See,
I have a
which
lot of issues.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid to, and people have suggested microdosing, and that's why I'm asking you.
I know this about you too, because I know you're a big proponent of therapy and you go to therapy, but you are not a fan about talking when it comes to talking about your issues because you don't want to think about it, right? Like you'd rather have it be ignorance is bliss kind of thing. No,
No, I know you're right. I can tell by the look on his face.
It is true. No,
my
I'm
thing
not
is
saying.
my big thing is distraction rather than thinking about the things.
Right, but
what I'm
sometimes-
saying is,
Okay.
As if you can distract away from that, yes.
Okay, whatever.
no, but I'm talking about the what your description of. I took this microdose. It's supposed to open you up, and you're supposed to.
No, it wasn't microdose. I think people use that to stave off like depression or something. I don't know what the hell they take it for. I took it one time, and I just wanted to just get into tripping, which I did.
You had a full-on trip.
I wasn't seeing like dragons and shit.
No, you were seeing shit breathing, and you realized that nobody loves you. That's what you told me.
Yeah. No, I realized that
That you felt unloved.
wasn't even felt. It just was. I can't even explain.
And I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking. This is really interesting.
Right.
I'm trying to break down why you think this is an advantage to
Because
be
how I
aware of
felt
that
the
way.
next day. I felt clear the next day.
Clear that nobody loves you?
No, it's just that this is. I was basically how I felt growing up, and what I carried with me, and then I just realized everything that I was doing, how much I was pushing away, how all the bits I've done about women and all of this shit. Like I understood why I went at it the way I went at it. I understood my issues. I don't want to get in all of it.
But why is that important, though? Why is it important to understand where your comedy is coming from when it's hilarious to begin with? Why?
No, I wasn't talking about comedy. I'm just talking about who I am.
Okay.
But why? I guess the question kind of similarly.
Because then if you find out who you are and
Right.
why, and then like especially me, if you have like a temper, that's hard for people around you.
Do you not find that your temper is a good fuel for your comedy?
On stage. On stage,
And
that's
don't
great.
you find that stage?
Listen,
is
if you
very
walked around
therapeutic?
with the big glove on your head around your house, I mean, how long would be there before like dad? Can you just be dad? You know what I mean? It would be. It's like you have to I thought through the way I grew up that if I wasn't yelling at people, then I wasn't as bad as some of the shit I saw growing up. But I just
Did you
realized,
grow up in a rough upbringing?
I grew up in a rough time. Like everybody, just in general, like it was, there was no therapy. I think there was like one
Right.
book,
Well, you're
how
younger
to
than
win
me, but-
friends, how to win friends and influence people. I think was the only thing. There was no Dr. Phil. There was no nothing. So you had all these men who were supposed to be like the John Wayne prototype, and they were just white knuckling their way through stuff. So there was everything from just silent rage to rage, and then all of a sudden, and then flipping on a dime and being like, "Hey, how was school?" After stuff like that happened. So I just,
Are
it
you
was
close with your family now?
Yeah, everything's cool. Everything's cool. It's just like, your job when you become a parent is to try to make it a little better.
Break the cycle.
Well, keep what worked, and then,
Do you have siblings?
yeah.
I don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
You have siblings? What do you have, brothers?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't try to put too much of that
Doesn't
out
know.
there because there's too many weirdos out there. But yeah, I
Okay, I
was
won't-
not
I
an
won't talk
only
about it.
child. But yeah,